Okay, fifth graders, so here are our supplies. We have a brayer for rolling the ink, a baren for making a good print. I have a test sheet of paper and then the piece of styrofoam here. The first thing that we do is we put the ink onto the tray. When we put the ink on the tray, I'm just going to take a little bit of ink and then I'm going to roll M's and W's. So up and down, touching the top and the bottom of the tray, and left and right, touching the left and right of the tray. Now that I've got this full of ink, I can move on to the next step, which is to roll on the city. Again, trying to get a nice even coating. Now at this point, we want to work quickly before the ink dries. I'm going to flip this over. We're going to print it twice. So first thing we're going to do is line it up with the line at the bottom. This is going to be on the sky side first. And we're going to gently use the baren. Remember, it's an iron. This is not a hammer. And we're just going to make sure each section has been pressed ever so gently, so it's leaving a mark, not to skip any areas. Then from one corner, without getting messy fingers on the paper, we're going to peel it up. And then we're going to flip it over. And without putting ink on it again, we're going to do the other side. Now, as you're doing this, you want to evaluate your success. Now, I have to say, I did not do a very good job pressing over here. So when I went on to my final, I would do a much better job with that, using this like an iron. At this point also, you can make sure that all your lines are perfectly clear. And if they are not perfectly clear, then you would go back with the pen and use them again. After you've stamped them, when you're ready to go onto your final, you're going to rinse off your print. So on here, this looks pretty good. This should be the reflection. It's not as dark, and this would be on the watercolor paper. So you stamp the top, then you flip it and stamp the bottom. Before you go to your final, you want to wash this and dry this off so you have it nice and clean. If the paint dries on here, you'll have big spots that don't